Good evening, students. We are once again back in our English class of class 12th. I am Mahendra Kumar, faculty of Mount Litra Z School for Accounts and English PGT. Children, we have already done 5 poems, and now I think we have completed the first term syllabus and more than that, because we have only 10 poems, half of the poems we have done. So now I was thinking that we should revise these poems once again. So we will be starting from the very beginning of the poem. In the last class I have again revised the poem, the ball poem, the 5th poem. Today I will be revising with you the first poem, that is Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost was a very famous poet, and he was also known as the nature poet after William Wordsworth. Okay, so in this poem, the poet is trying to tell us, we'll do the theme of the poem. In Dust of Snow, the poet is trying to tell us that the best things in life are free. On a cold winter day, staying home could have been comfortable. Means if we are staying home on a cold winter day or a night, it is very comfortable, but due to unavoidable circumstances, means हो सकता है घर पे झगड़ा हो गया हो, या हो सकता है कि आपका मन नहीं लग रहा हो, you are not at home. The poet has been forced to go out. At such a time, the only thing that cheers him up is the world of nature, crows and snowflakes. This natural world is available for us to see and touch, free of cost. However, we generally take it for granted. Worse still, we can curse nature for giving us bad weather, such as the inhabitants of New England do in winter. Means in winter they don't even have much sunlight. Okay? However, if we look beyond our own inconvenience, we see that nature is beautiful even at its harshest. Means even the nature is harsh, even it is very cold, then also nature is very, very beautiful, children. If only we pay attention to all that life gives us, we will learn to appreciate it. Okay? The crow is what brings the beauty of the snowflakes to the poet's attention, and for that he is grateful. He is grateful to be alive to see such wonderful sights in this world at no cost. So we'll begin with the explanation of the poem. The way a crow shook down on me. Actually, the poet is dejected. He is totally sad. So he was sitting under one of the tree named hemlock. जैसे नीम ट्री होता है, मैंगो ट्री होता है, ऐसे ही hemlock ट्री होता है. ठीक है. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So the tree was covered with snowflakes, and the crow comes and sits on that tree. And the crow sits, and because of which the branches or some of the leaves of the tree which were covered with snow, so the snowflakes fall down on the poet. In this stanza, the poet is talking about a winter day when all the treetops were covered in the masses of snowflakes. The poet was walking under one such snow-covered tree. This was the North American conifer known as hemlock, named so because its smell resembles that of an European plant from which the poison known as hemlock was made. Actually, hemlock is an evil plant. उसकी जड़ों से जहर बनता है. Intoxication, a drink which causes intoxication. Okay, hence by the virtue of its name, this tree was not one that you could associate with anything positive. So since he was already filled with negative thoughts, with dull thoughts, and he was sitting under that tree. However, a crow alighted on this tree suddenly, and because of that sudden motion, the mass of snow atop means जो बर्फ जमी हुई थी ऊपर, the snow which was collected on the top of the tree, it fell down on the poet like rain. Sprinkle, उसकी dust गिर जाती है. The snowflakes were so light and minute that the poet thought they looked like white and immaculate dust particles. This shower of snowflakes from the hemlock tree is evidently the subject matter of this poem, since it touched the poet in some way. Now has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So here the poet is saying, after the snowflakes had fallen on me, he had a change of mood. Whatever mood he was having, dull thoughts, sad thoughts, they were flown away like anything. They were gone away from his mind, and now he was filled with positivity, and because of which he was thinking that at least now I am going to save the rest of the day, because he was thinking he has wasted the half of the day and now he's going to save the other half. In this stanza, the poet explains to us exactly in what way the showers of snowflakes has an effect on him. He says that it changed his mood. This is to say that he had been in a sullen or despairing mood, and the snowflakes falling on him all of a sudden gladdened his heart. In addition to this, there was another effect that the shower of snowflakes had on the poet. He says that particular day was one that he had not been looking forward to, and in fact it was not going too well either. He had decided in his mind that the particular day would go waste. However, the shower of dust like snow on his shoulders changed his mind. It made him feel that the day had not been a complete waste. At least some part of that day had been pleasant, since it had given him a new experience that he could treasure, as well as the material for another one of his wonderful poetic compositions. So he was very, very happy that his mood is changed. So here we see, children, that nature gives us happiness, and we being human beings have to take care of nature, and instead what we are doing, we are destroying it. I think you must have understood the poem, children, what it is all about. Thank you, children. We'll continue our class in the next videos. Thank you.